Hello everyone, my name is Rakesh Rathod, IT branch first semester, NIT Raipur. This video is a part of our communication skill project on introspection conducted under the guidance of Dr. Anup Kumar Tiwari sir. In this video, I am going to ask few questions which we can ask ourselves every day to get to know ourselves. Am I using my time wisely? You are using your time wisely if your daily actions match your long-term goals. If most of your time goes into learning, improving, working or taking care of yourself, you are on the right track. If it mostly spent on distractions and delay, it's a signal of reset, not to feel guilty. Time isn't about being busy, it's about being international. I- Am I taking anything for granted? If you rarely pause to feel thankful, yes, something is being taken for granted. Health, parents, peace, youth, time, and opportunities often feel ordinary only because they are always there. The moment they are gone, their values become loud. Gratitude turns when you have enough time. If you can breathe freely, think independently, and choose your path, you already have blessings many people pray for. Am I employing a healthy perspective? A healthy perspective means seeing challenges as training, not punishment. It means accepting what you can control and taking responsibility for what you can. If you often feel stuck in a comparison, fear, or negativity, your perspective may need realignment. A healthy mind focuses more on growth than on perfection. You don't need a perfect life, just a progress based mindset. Am I living true to myself? You are living true to yourself when our choices reflect your values, not just others' expectations. If you constantly pretend, shrink your voice, or chase approval, you are drifting from your truth. Living authentically doesn't mean being perfect, it means being honest with your desires, limits, and dreams. The more you listen to your inner voice, the stronger and calmer you become. Am I waking up in the morning ready to take on the day? If you wake up with the energy, curiosity, or even quiet determination, you are aligned with purpose. If every morning feels heavy, rushed, or meaningless, it's not laziness, it's a sign of emotional or goal exhaustion. A meaningful life doesn't mean tiredness, but it adds a reason to rise. Purpose turns waking up into power. Am I thinking negative thoughts before I fall asleep? Your thoughts at bedtime matter because they affect your sleep and mood. If you notice worrying about the past or future, replying mistakes, feeling fear or sadness, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It just means your mind is tired or overwhelmed. A calm routine, positive reflection, or gratitude being sleep can slowly change this pattern. Am I putting enough effort into my relationships? This is about being kind, listening, giving time, showing care. You don't need to be perfect. Even small actions, checking in, helping, or showing respect mean effort. What matters is honestly, not comparison. Am I taking care of myself physically? This includes proper sleep, eating regularly, drinking water, moving your body, resting when tired. Taking care of your body is not selfish. It's basic self-respect. Even improving one small habit is in progress. Am I letting things I can't control stress me out? Many people suffer not because of problems but because of worrying about things they cannot change. Ask yourself, is this my hands? If not, can I let go a little? Peace often begins with control ends. Am I achieving the goals I have set for myself? This question isn't about success or failure. It's about, are your goals realistic? Are you trying consistently? Are you learning from mistakes? Even slow progress is still progress. Growth matters more. Who am I really? This is one of the oldest questions humans have ever asked. And the honest truth is, you are not just one thing. You are your thoughts, but also the one who observes those thoughts. Your emotions, but also the ones who learns from them. Your past, but also the one who is not trapped by it. Your dreams, even the ones you haven't said out loud. Your mistakes, but also your ability to grow beyond them. Many people define themselves by marks, family expectations, what others think, but those are roles, not your identity. Who you really are is revealed by what do you when no one is watching. What hurts you deeply, what makes you feel alive, what you protect, what you cannot ignore, what are not finished. You are becoming. And that's not weakness, that's power. What worries the most about the future? Most future fears fall into these hidden categories. Fear of failure. What if I try and still lose? Fear of disappointing others. What if I let them down? Fear of being alone. What if no one stays? Fear of not being enough. What if I never become who am I supposed to be? Fear of uncertainty. What if everything changes? What makes the future scary is not time, it's lack of control. You worry because you care, you want stability, you don't want to suffer, you don't want to waste your time. The future feels big because you are standing at the beginning of your story, not at the end. Instead of asking, what if everything goes wrong? Try also asking, what if I grow strong enough to handle whatever comes? If these were the last days of my life, what I have the some plans for today? This question isn't meant to scare you, it means to wake you up. If it were your last days, you probably wouldn't care about small arguments, ego battles, proving yourself, fearing of judgment. You would care about truth, forgiveness, gratitude, being real, being present. This question shows you the gap between how you live and how you want to live. You don't need to live every day like it's your last. That would be exhausting. But you can live every day like it matters. Ask yourself, am I postponing happiness for somebody? Am I silent when I should be honest? Am I chasing approval or meaning? A powerful truth. You don't need a last day to start living differently. These 5 questions go straight to the core to identify fear, purpose, and emotional freedom. I will answer each one in a deep, slow, thoughtful way, not with ready made answers, but in a way that helps you discover your own truth. Take your time reading this. These are not fast questions, these are life questions. What am I really scared of? Most fears are not about things itself, they are about what it means. For example, fear of exams, that is, fear of being seen as a failure, fear of rejection, that is, fear of being unlovable, fear of speaking, fear of being judged, fear of change, that is, fear of losing control, fear of loneliness, that is, fear of being unwanted. Fear, deepest fear, is usually connected to your self worth, your need for love, your sense of safety, your identity. Here's something important: fear does not mean weakness. Fear shows where you care the most. Instead of running from the fear, ask it, what are you trying to protect? Fear often disappears when it feels understood. Am I holding on to something I need to let go of? This might be a past mistake, a broken friendship, a guilt, anger, regret, a version of yourself that no longer fits, someone who hurt you, someone you outgrew, a dream that's no longer yours. Holding on feels safe because it's familiar, it keeps the past alive, it protects you from your uncertainty, but it also drains your energy, keeps wounds open, blocks new growth, and letting go does not mean you didn't care. It didn't mean you lost. Letting go means it means you choose. No, apra, no, in the place. It means growth over fear. You choose the future over the past. It's not now, then when. This question reminds you that waiting forever is always a decision. There may never be a perfect time. Confidence, success, or change yourself comes after you begin, not before. It's a reminder that small steps today are more powerful than being big plans someday. What matters most in my life? This could be your family, your education and future, your mental peace, your dreams, your self respect, and values. What matters most is whatever still feels important even when life gets hard. What am I doing after the things that matter most in my life? This is about actions, not just intentions. Ask yourself, am I putting effort into what I say is important? Or am I only thinking about it without doing much? Even tiny efforts count. Studying a little, being kinder, resting when needed, trying again and after failure. What do I matter? You matter because you are one of a kind. No one else has your thoughts, your voice, or experiences. You affect people even when they don't realize it. Your life has potential even it feels unclear right now. You don't need to prove your worth. You matter simply because you exist. Have I done anything lately that worth remembering? It doesn't have to be something big. It could be helping someone, trying again after failure, being honest with yourself, not giving up at hard time. Growth is quiet. Many important moments don't look impressive, but they change your inside. You affect people even when you don't realize it. Your life has potential, even if feels unclear right now. You don't need to prove your worth. You matter simply because you exist. Have I made someone smile today? A smile can come from a kind word, listening patiently, helping in a small way, even being polite. If the answer is yes, you spread light. If the answer is not yet, tomorrow is another chance. Kindness is never wasted. What have I given up on? This could be a dream, a habit, a person, or even yourself at some point. Giving up doesn't mean you're a failure. Sometimes it means you were tired, hurt, or unsure. What matters is asking, did I give up because I was wrong for me? Or because I started believing in myself? When did I last push the boundaries of my comfort zone? This happens when you speak even though you are scared. Try something new. Face a fear. Stand up for yourself. Growth always feels uncomfortable at first. If it's been a long time, that doesn't mean you are weak. It means your next brave step is waiting. If I had to give one piece of advice to a newly born baby, what it would be? Many people powerfully answers come from this, like be kind to yourself, never stop being curious, don't be afraid of to be different. Your feelings matters. The beautiful part that advice is probably something you also need to hear right now. What small act of kindness was I once shown that I will never forget? This could be someone believing in you, a teacher encouraging you, a stranger helping you. Remembering them can remind you that goodness exists and that you can pass it on too. How will I live knowing I will die? This question isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to wake you up to the value of life. A healthy way to live with the truth is to appreciate small moments, say when you truly feel, not postpone your happiness forever. Learn, grow, and make mistakes without hating yourself. Knowing that life is limited gives it meaning, not sadness. It reminds us to live fully, kindly, and honestly. What do I need to change about myself? This isn't about judging yourself, it is about becoming better gently. You might think about your habits, your fears, your anger, overthinking, or self doubt. How you treat others and yourself. Wanting to change doesn't mean you are broken, it means you are aware of growing. Is it more important to love or to be loved? Both are important, but loving is something you control. Being loved is something you receive. Loving teaches kindness, encourages, and empathy. Being loved teaches safety, worth, and belonging. In a healthy life, both matter, but learning to love when often attracts to love back naturally. How many of my friends would I trust with my life? This doesn't have a big number. Even one true loyal person is enough. Trust is built on honesty, consistency, respect, standing by you in hard times. Many people have many friends, but only a few they can trust truly, and that's completely okay. What has had the greatest impact on my life? And who is it? This could be a parent, a teacher, a friend, a grandparent, or even someone who hurt you but taught you a lesson. The person who impacts you most is often the one who changed how you see yourself, gave you strength, or made you think differently about life. Would I break the law to save a loved one? This question reveals the tension between law and love. Many people feel that humans live and deep relationships are more important than rules. At the same time, laws exist to protect everyone. What really matters here is asking yourself, do I believe justice is more important than personal attachment or the other way around? Your answer shows what you value most under pressure. Would I steal a food starving child to feed him? This is a classic moral dilemma, comparison versus legality. Most people feel stealing is wrong, but letting a child starve feels far worse. This question helps you explore, is doing the right thing always the same as the following the rules? How far would I go to protect innocent life? It doesn't mean stealing is incorrect. It means you are thinking about human responsibility. What do I want most in life? This is one of the most important questions you will ever ask to yourself. Some common answers are people discover our time are success, love, respect, purpose, happiness. Your answer may change as you grow, and that's completely okay. What matters is what you keep checking in yourself instead of living an autopilot. What is life asking of me? This isn't about exams, money, or pressure from others. It's about what are my strengths, what problems move my heart, where am I needed. Sometimes life asks us to be brave, sometimes to be patient, sometimes to change, and sometimes to help others.